Welcome back. My name is Aspen. This is going to be your past, present, future, what your soul is calling you to step out of, and what your soul is calling you to step into. What your soul is calling you to step out of is basically your internal challenge, and then what your soul is calling you to step into is like your destiny. Because we have the South Node and the North Node in astrology, which the South Node is like our comfort zone, and then the North Node is stepping out of your comfort zone. So it's uncomfortable, but it's good for your growth. But let's just begin. This is a timeless reading, as always, but I always like to say what date it is. Today's November 27th. It is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. If not, happy November 27th. Okay, I call on my spirit guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, God, higher power, spirit. I allow you to be present during this reading to help me channel a message that the person watching this video, that the people watching this video need to hear. I like to get to the root. I like to nip the root so that it can help, so that change can actually happen. Okay. Abundance came out for the most recent past. Okay. And also, I like to get all the cards first before I start diving in. So, just patience. The Lovers in the present. And possibilities. Special offer. I got a notification on my phone from Depop, and it said that I got a special offer. So let's pull all the cards first. Okay, what is the internal challenge here? What's going on? Inner voice. Okay, this one's gonna be a doozy. Okay, and how to overcome this challenge. What is your soul calling you to step into? This one wants to come out. Ordinariness. This came out in the last reading. And then we have maturity on the bottom. And let me fix this real quick. I feel like it's a little bit crooked. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Okay. So we have abundance in the most recent past. This is really good energy. This is the best energy that I've read here on YouTube so far. But with abundance in the most recent past, you've been in this abundant, like, full energy. I'm getting the Empress. You're in this wholeness, and I think that came through in the last reading, was coming into wholeness, something about the missing piece, but you've really taken that into consideration, and yeah, you're in this fullness. You're fully focusing on yourself, your independence, and that puts you in this magnetizing energy. And then in the present we have the Lovers, which it can talk about like a lover. It can talk about love situations, But it also, the Lover's card also talks about choices and following your heart. So whatever resonates with you, but I am getting a love situation that's happening in the present moment. You may currently be in a relationship, you may be talking to someone, and then in the near future we have possibilities. So there is with this person that you're communicating with that's in your life right now, there is very high potential for this relationship to go somewhere. And if it's not love, if it's just you following your heart and like starting something new, this thing you're doing is going to reach heights with this, with the mountains and the eagle. And then for the internal challenge, we have inner voice. So listen to your inner voice. This is what your soul is calling you to step out of, which is like the internal challenge. So what's challenging you at the moment? Maybe having a hard time speaking up and setting boundaries. Maybe that's a hard thing for you to do in relationships, but speak up and be heard and know that you're loved. Because if you don't speak up and communicate your needs, you're sacrificing yourself, and that will hinder the relationship. Because if you're not fully in your interdependence, then it's just going to cause an imbalance in the relationship. So you're going to have to set those boundaries, no matter, like, something something that I've struggled with in relationships, which I actually talked to my therapist about this the other day. So I'm being very open and raw and honest with you guys, which is how I want to be throughout this entire journey. I just want to be fully transparent because I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm here to help and teach what I've learned because I know it can help. And same with, I know if I met you in person, I know you would have things that you could teach me. But I was saying, I spoke with my therapist the other day about like codependency and interdependence, and how I've struggled with like my body's getting hot right now. I've struggled communicating boundaries and communicating my needs in relationships, but that's just sacrificing myself and sacrificing my own needs, and then it causes the other person to be like, it causes this imbalance in the relationship because they don't know what you need. And if you're not following your soul and taking care of yourself, then how is that a healthy, balanced relationship? And what your soul's calling you to step into, we have ordinariness. So it's like doing the things that you're like, yeah, following your heart, doing the things that light you up, that like filling your cup first. And my therapist said, like, this is something that everyone can struggle with. And it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you, and it doesn't mean you need to fix anything about you. That it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. It just means that you need to focus on yourself more. That it's just a shift in focus. That's all it is. And then on the bottom of the deck we have maturity, which the bottom of the deck is the overall energy. You're really coming into this awareness of yourself and your needs. There was a honk. You're really becoming aware of your needs. Maybe you didn't even like know what you needed, and so you didn't know how to communicate it, but now you you know what your heart wants. You know what direction you want to go in life, and so you know what it is that you need, and now you're able to communicate it better, we're gonna get clarifiers too. Let's clarify abundance in the most recent past. We have the Ten of Wands. It did come out reversed. So you're in the most recent past. Ooh, yeah, you released something. You may have like had a breakdown, or something happened when you became aware of something, and you really took the time to be aware of it and sit with those feelings, and you released it. And that's what put you in this magnetic abundant energy. You released something that was blocking you from this abundant state of being, because you're always in abundance. You're always, it's not how do I word this? It's not that you need to add anything to yourself. It's just all to attract something. All it is just releasing the self-limiting beliefs that are hindering you from aligning with that version of yourself, aligning with that reality. And yeah, you released some self-limiting belief in the most recent past, in the past few days, and that's what brought you into this abundant magnetic energy. And then with the Lovers, let's clarify the Lovers here in the present. Death. A transformation. So if you're currently in a relationship, by you releasing what you released, it's causing a shift, because now you're what it is you became aware of your codependent tendencies, and you're really like, oh wow, like yeah, I guess I was relying too much on them to like entertain me, and now you're able to, what you need to do to like entertain yourself. And take what resonates. Like, it may be something different than entertaining, but codependent tendencies is like what you released, and becoming really into yourself, like finding your voice, finding your independence. And yeah, in the present moment, because you released this, it's causing a major shift in your relationship and relationships, and in yourself, because when things change inside of you, things change around you. Okay, let's clarify possibilities in the near future. Which the near future is just the energy that you're moving into. I don't think that you can actually fully predict the future. I think you can read the energy of, like with astrology, you can read the energy of what's coming, of like what it'll be like at a certain time, and predict, oh, maybe this could happen, but like it's up to, we have free will. Okay, the Seven of Wands. Yeah, the Seven of Wands, clarifying possibilities. Okay. Let's get one more. You're leveling up. You're really leveling up, and there's a need to protect your energy. not everyone not everyone can come with you. Not everyone is going to understand where you're at when where you're going, but keep going. Never give up. Because if you keep on fighting for what it is you want, it's bound to eventually happen. And if it's part of your destiny, it's going to happen. You just need to keep putting in that work. But yeah, let's get one more to clarify. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, and then the Sun on, well, we're still gonna clarify, but the Sun is showing up. Yeah, so there's an idea. Okay, I have to turn my heater on. I'm getting cold. So, pause one moment. Okay. Yeah, you have some idea and you're taking action on it, because the Ace of Wands, the fire is all about action and desire, passion. You have some idea and you're leveling up. Never give up. Keep going. Keep showing up. Keep going, because oh, and Judgment. Wow, this is Archangel Gabriel. I watched, what's it called? Good Fortune last night. Highly recommend. Great movie with Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, and Keke Palmer. Yeah, highly recommend it. But Keanu Reeves is like, he's Archangel Gabriel in the movie, and in the movie it talks about like never giving up, keep fighting. There's a scene where Keke Palmer says like she's fighting for her coworkers at work to get like good pay and good hours or something like that, but it just talks about never giving up. So because you're on the rise, you have been called to action, and you're listening to that call, and this is going to be a, like, you've set your foundation, and you're still in the very beginning stages of it, especially with the Ace of Wands here, which is it's a new beginning, a new passionate beginning. And there's the grounds here. You're in you've in the last reading I did, you've planted your feet on this new grounds. You just have to keep going and keep showing up, because the sun is the most positive card in tarot. And so what you're doing is going to be very positive for you, and it's like a soul calling for you. So keep going, because we have Archangel Judgment, and then the Seven of Swords, which is, I see that as like what you don't see, is that the Wheel of Fortune is that this thing is going to be very fortunate for you. It's going to get things moving. Okay, but let's clarify inner voice. We have the Tower and Temperance. Okay, I have to turn this off. Another angel. Yeah, you're highly protected. You are very guided by your spirit guides and angels, your ancestors, archangels, whatever you believe in. You're highly protected. But yeah, we have the Tower and Temperance, clarifying inner voice. So yeah, it can be scary needing to communicate. And what's coming up is you might feel scared to communicate your needs or like your boundaries because you might be scared that the other person will stop loving you because of your needs. Oh, yeah. But what you don't realize is that it's going to help them understand you more. It's going to forge if you speak your truth, it's going to put you on. Jordan Peterson says this, by speaking the truth and your needs, it will cause an adventure, but it will be the adventure that you need to be on. But also, if someone can't handle your needs, then they're not right for you. But then you'll know that. And so, yeah, like it can be kind of scary, but I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that this person is going to be like that for you. Like everyone's different. I don't know your situation, but with the energy here, this person isn't like that, and it's just a fear of yours stemming from trauma. It's a trauma response. And yeah, but by you speaking your needs, it will put you on the right path. It will keep you in your authenticity. Beautiful. Okay, let's clarify ordinariness in what your soul's calling you to step into / how to overcome this challenge. What do we need to hear to help like overcome this challenge? Three of Pentacles. Okay. Let's get one more. Okay. So already I'm getting with ordinariness and the Three of Pentacles is what this is what your soul's wanting you to step into. So speak up, set the boundaries that you need to, because there's something that you're working on that it's going to help build your confidence. It's going to allow you to express yourself and be authentic, it's going to help you be totally in your authenticity, and you're working this thing that you're working on, you're going to be so proud of it. Like this guy, he's standing on this bench showing these people the work that he's done because he's proud of it. He's like, look at what I made, look at what I created. And it's so aligned with who you are. And so what your soul's calling you to step into is needing to set those boundaries so that you have that space to create, but everything in moderation and balance. Like you gotta balance your love life, you gotta balance your work life, you gotta balance your play, work, love, play. Yeah, so just needing to find that balance. Okay? Yeah, let's get one more. Just clearing the energy a little bit. You know what? I think we're going to use an oracle deck to get deeper into the reading and get clarifiers. Okay. Oh, So this first one will clarify your most recent past, which is abundance, and the 10 of Wands. And it is creative cocooning. Creative cocooning is a freedom I give myself. I create a safe nest for peace, healing, and calm. Interesting. Literally what I was just talking about. Yeah, needing to have that space so that you have, needing to set those boundaries so that you have the space to create. And yeah, creative cocooning. It's a freedom that you give yourself. It says, I create a safe nest for peace, healing, and calm. Okay, that one definitely clarifies, like, the whole thing. Okay, maybe we won't clarify each position and we'll just pull some. This one wants to come out. Heart healing. My courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and a deeper relationship with myself. So by you giving yourself that space for peace, healing, and calm, by you setting those boundaries within your relationship, whether you're in a relationship or not, it's giving yourself that space helps deepen the relationship with yourself, which the relationship with ourself is the most important thing in this life, because it's inevitable. When we die, the only thing you can take with you is yourself. So might as well do the work while you're here and build that relationship so that when you go, it's like top notch. You know? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's pull one more. We will pull one more. Uno más. What does the person watching this video need to hear? I like shuffling it like this and letting it come out, because to me it's like spirit is choosing for me. If anyone wants to come out. Sorry if it's loud. Oh, okay. Surrendering. I honor the truth in surrender as it opens me to the gifts of the okay, I'm going to read that again. I honor the truth in surrender as it opens me to gifts of divine grace. So, yeah, you're right now you are in an energy of surrender, and it's going to be a constant throughout life, needing to surrender to the process, because you can't always be in control of everything. And so I feel like this is with like what the energy you're moving into, this is a message for you, for where you're going. This is something that you're going to need to take with you on this journey, is surrender. Because if you need that balance of taking inspired action when you feel called to, but also resting and surrendering to the process and not trying to control every little thing, Because if you are just trying to force and control everything that happens, it causes an energetic block. But when you surrender and allow things to flow and release control of the things that you can't be in control of, it allows the divine energy to flow through you and into your life. There's a scene from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Search up Avatar: The Last Airbender talking with the spiritual guru about the chakras. Search up Avatar: The Last Airbender, Aang talking with the guru about clearing or mastering the chakras, and watch that scene, because he goes through each chakra, and when he gets to the crown chakra, he talks about needing to release all attachments, and Aang is like, "What? Why would I let go of Katara?" Earlier, when they were going through the heart chakra, he's told him to think of everyone he loves, and Aang was like, "Why would I let go of Katara?" And the guru was like, you have to release your attachments to allow the divine cosmic energy to flow through you to master the avatar state. Oh, and it doesn't, by surrendering, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, because I'm pretty sure Aang and Katara end up getting married and like have kids later in the show, or like, I don't even think it shows that in the show, but in the there's a different show, and yeah, they have kids. But yeah, so it's like, by you surrendering and releasing control, it doesn't mean that, it actually means that things will work out, that it means that things will actually work out in the best way possible, rather than you trying to control everything. Then it'll spiral out of control. And yeah. And then self-renewal. As I clean out old energies, I have more space for that which wants to be birthed into my life. So maybe you've been cleaning your house, cleaning your car, cleaning out your mind, your own energy, doing self-care. Yeah. Now we're going to pull one of these oracle cards. Yeah, this is the energy update for November 27th, but this is timeless. Whenever you're finding this, it's for you. Whenever this shows up, pops up into your world, it is for you. Okay, feeling alone. That's interesting that comes out as we're talking about like independence and interdependence and codependent tendencies, and maybe you are feeling a little bit lonely if you're not in a relationship. And actually, I'm going to read it from this booklet because I feel like someone needs to hear it. One moment. Okay. True love and emotional support may seem lacking at this time. This card suggests a period of feeling lonely or abandoned. You may think that no one understands you or your needs, or even cares about you. Perhaps someone you turn to for support has deserted you, or a hoped for love has rejected you. Your insecurities may rise to the surface to overwhelm you at this time. All that you desire may seem unattainable. Don't let your confidence be shaken. There are lessons in everything, and know that this difficult period is only temporary. Your spirit guides and the divine support you. Talk with them about how you're feeling and what you need right now. Also, seek the support of those friends and family who are there for you. Help is at hand. You just don't see it. Be careful because desperation feeds upon itself. Lift yourself out of it by doing something physical. Take a walk, exercise, sing, or even volunteer your time. You will feel better, and in doing so, will attract happiness into your life. Okay, so you may think that no one understands you or your needs. So yeah, there's what's strongly coming through in this reading is expressing your needs. You're not too much. If someone makes you feel like you're too much for your needs, cut them out of your life, because that's not healthy. That you are allowed to have needs. You are human, and you deserve someone and people who respect that. And you will find them. You just have to, you gotta know your worth. You gotta set those boundaries. You gotta speak up. You gotta speak up. Even though it's scary, it's what's needed for you to be happy. You need to be able to communicate effectively. But you're aware of this. You're doing what you can. You're doing everything you can to work through this. But I had to say that. And yeah, you're really coming into this maturity, and you're starting to understand yourself more than you ever have. Okay, and then we will pull one of these oracle cards to close out the reading. Every time, oracle cards just pull the whole reading together. Oh, hello there. Okay. Purifications on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, there's this purification of your energy, and you're up because you're up leveling. And then yeah, the first one that came out was already there is value. Beautiful. And then unconditional trust. But I'm just going to read already there's value. Okay. We bring you the empowerment to see that already there is value. It is natural for creative energy to become excited by new possibilities, new ideas, and new forms. It is also possible, however, for creative energy to become engaged in liberating the undiscovered value within that which already exists, polishing it until it shines with divine light. Sometimes there is a need to shed the past and all associated with it completely, starting afresh. However, at other times there is something of value from the past that can, if allowed to bask in the light of your creativity, become very valuable for your future. In your enthusiasm to move forward in life, don't forget to take the value that already exists in your world along with you. The innovative, creative mind tends to be future-oriented. It can see how things could be. There is excitement for what is yet to be and a desire to embrace the new, and perhaps a feeling of excitement for what is unusual and stands apart from what has been. This can be healthy and helpful. Newness can bring energy and uplifting change. It is wise, however, to not rapidly cast away all that has been to make space for the new. It is a question of discernment and degree. Sometimes it will be appropriate to take extreme measures to purge the past. At other times, it is simply not necessary, and if you do not pause to consider the value of what you are releasing, you may lose valuable resources that will support your future. Perhaps it is an idea that will need to be further worked upon for the full divine brilliance to be revealed, or a connection that already exists and is going to unexpectedly rise up and support you and your divine work in some way. Whether there is an old idea half completed, an opportunity not yet acted on, or information not yet taken in and digested, the oracle says that something valuable is right under your nose. It may well be the very thing that helps you bridge the past and the future. You are guided to sit with your creative efforts and what already exists in your life, with your relationships, your possessions, the information you have at your disposal. Is there information, a project, situation, or inner guidance you have already received that you are yet to fully integrate and apply in your life? Is there something within that could be beneficial to you? Use your intuition. Allow yourself to feel for your inner guidance. Is there something you have too quickly dismissed as trash that could actually be transformed into treasure? If you are inspired to reinvigorate a past practice, to revive or reinvent yourself, a brand or a project, then the oracle brings encouragement for this process. If you are going through a creative process of growth, perhaps having completed a body of work with a certain philosophy or approach and now feeling to head in a different direction, or perhaps as a parent now stepping into a professional arena, for example, this oracle brings you guidance. Do not dismiss the value of what you have done up until this point. It is in no way diminished because you are growing. You are growing because you have done all you have done. Your past efforts can continue to have a positive impact in the lives of others, even while you move on with your life into the next phase of your journey. And yeah, as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always listen to yourself over anyone else. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Your presence is sacred. I'm very grateful to have you here. And I'll see you in the next reading. It's so awkward ending the video. I'm just clicking my clicker, but okay. Bye.